So I just got done working on a little painting. I've been kind of working through this hot pressed watercolor pad I have. Because the paper is so smooth, I find it a little difficult to work with, especially for painting. And the textures that I get are a little bit different than I'm used to. But I've been kind of using that as a way to experiment and try to be a little bit creative. And also not worry about wasting the supply, because I probably wouldn't use it for a final piece. Hot press paper is just a little tricky to work with. But anyways, I've been having a lot of fun doing that, and I'm realizing that I think I need to give myself a new project. I work really well with structure, especially with art, and I have a hard time just like not even finding inspiration, but like coming up with ideas for paintings and art. So I work really well if I come up with like an idea or a collection or a challenge. And because it is the end of September, going into October, I'm considering doing one of the art challenges that's going around. If you've been in the art world for a while, especially on social media, you'll know that October is kind of the time for daily art challenges. Started with Inktober, and now there's like a billion of them now. And I think they're really fun, but I haven't done one for probably 3 years at least, because I always overcommit and then burn myself out like 10 days in and then just give up and don't do it anymore. I think I've completed a whole month like one time when I was in college or something. But I'm thinking about trying an art challenge again. I think it could be really fun, but also really stressful. So I want to find a way to approach it to where I can use it to find some inspiration and motivate myself and come up with new ideas, but also not like go overboard. So I'm going to be thinking about that. Anyways, I have some work to do. I still have my day job. And I've been doing a lot of computer work. And so I kind of took a break, both to film and do some painting, because I needed a break from looking at Microsoft Excel. But I think it's time to go back. See you guys later. Hopefully my microphone's doing okay. I'm still having some trouble with this one. Anyways, so I've been doing some thinking, specifically around like doing an October art challenge, and I think I'm going to try, but with some lifelines, I guess, or without being so strict about it. I'm not entirely sure how I want to approach it yet. But I think what I'm going to do is A, plan ahead, and B, focus on them more being like fun sketches and not finished products. Unless I decide I want it to be in the moment, because that could happen. But I want to focus more on enjoying the process and having it be more like a drawing prompt for like a daily drawing challenge, less so like finished work. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of also want to maybe even consider like posting more. I haven't dropped off Instagram, but I haven't been using it as much. Like I haven't been sharing a lot of my recent art on there, and some of it is I just don't know what to do with like the new AI situation. I just feel a little confused on how I want to approach it. I know there's ways you can feed your artwork through programs and stuff that can like confuse the AI so it can't like rip your work, but I don't know. It just seems really daunting, and It's just a little frustrating, and I haven't really gotten a lot of traction on Instagram lately anyways, so I'm kind of like, do I want to put the effort towards it? I don't know. But one of the things I am looking forward to with a drawing challenge is kind of a lot of the community that it brings. Being able to search through the hashtags and see other artists' work, find new artists, maybe meet some friends. So I think that's kind of my goal. So what I'm going to do next is kind of map out a game plan so that I don't feel too overwhelmed. Because again, the goal is to maybe improve a little bit and make some art, but not to make the entire month of October a huge stress fest. So I'm going to try to plan a little bit. And then once I have a good outline of how I want to approach the month, I'll probably start thumbnailing and coming up with some ideas so that if I need to miss a few days, I can, or I can skip. Honestly, that's kind of what I plan on doing, is doing a few in one day and then skipping a few days and kind of working around it that way. So I don't feel like I constantly am trying to make stuff happen. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I even have a little friend who's going to join me. My cats are pretty much always where I am, so even when I move from like the couch to the table, somehow they end up following me. So I finished my little plan. Honestly, I was kind of just writing down what I just said out on some paper just so I can visualize it. And it kind of helps me clear my brain a little bit. But I wrote some guidelines and some goals. My guidelines are to not focus on finished work, try out new ideas and techniques, share online. Batch posts are okay if I want to like post 3 or 4 days in the same post, that's fine. Plan ahead. Skipping days is okay. I'm probably going to try to limit myself to like 3 days, but if I get sick or if something comes up, I don't want to feel guilty about skipping a day. Or if there's just a prompt I really don't like. I'm more concerned about drawing the whole month than completing all 31 days, if that makes sense. Oh, hello. I have a friend. Continuing, combining days into one piece is okay. So if I see a few prompts and they make sense to combine, that can be fun too. And to use traditional mediums. And for my goals, I want to focus on engaging with other artists, since that's something I haven't been doing as much of lately. I think sometimes social media is just a little daunting for me, especially in its current landscape. So I think that is something I want to focus on. Branching out from my usual style. This is more to me not to feel trapped in my usual style. If I want to lean more cartoony, or if I want to lean more realistic, or whatever I'm feeling, I want to feel open to that. And to allow flexibility. And this again kind of just goes into how I approach things. I think I used to feel like I could only approach it one way. And the last one is to be silly. Things don't need to be serious. I don't need to take my art too seriously. I can make silly art and also make bad art if I want to. So that's kind of my approach. But I think I need to get back to work with my day job, and then I'll probably start thumbnailing in the next day or so. Anyways, thanks for joining me for this. I will see you all soon. It is September 27th. Not much time left until October, so today I'm taking a little bit of time to do some thumbnailing. Thought I would take a little hour break from my day job just to work on this. I've been doing, again, a lot of computer work this week, and so honestly, looking at a piece of paper is kind of a relief. But anyways, I'm going to probably spend like 45 minutes to an hour on this and try to do 7 or more thumbnails. I'm going to try to have fun with this and not take too long on each one and kind of see where my instinct takes me. Okay, so I got all of the thumbnailing done. It's not the cleanest work in the world, but it's kind of meant to be messy and really just get some ideas down on paper. I even wrote like a few words for stuff that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a reference photo for this and do it later, or think a little bit more about what I wanna do. But I've got like a generally good idea for days 1 through 10, so I'm feeling a little bit better about going into this month. And I think tonight I have D&D, and usually I like to sketch or something like that during D&D. And so I might start working on some more finalized versions of these thumbnails that I can then print out and trace or whatever to start the pieces, because I really should get a few of them done before October starts, so I have like a little bit of wiggle room. And maybe I'll take you along for that later. So I've been doing a little work last night and this morning, got some sketches out, and weirdly enough, like, I definitely spent too much time on the sketch for the first one. I was on Procreate, and for some reason, occasionally I just like hit this streak where like I cannot draw, like specifically digitally draw. And I just couldn't get it to look right, and it was just, I didn't like it. And I got the sketch that was like closest to what I wanted and kind of traced it on some paper, and now I like it because I drew it on paper and was able to kind of edit it. Not really sure why that is. Maybe I need a new iPad screen protector so there's a bit more traction. I don't know. I just felt like it was a little bit difficult last night. But then weirdly, the second sketch went great. I don't know why. Anyways, my hope is to get the first 2 days done today. And then if I have time, maybe get some like other sketching done. But that's kind of the goal for today. And because the sketches are pretty much there and I have a decent idea of what colors I want to use, I honestly don't think it's going to take terribly long. Maybe my famous last words, we'll see. But I'm going to probably finish up the sketches first and then start painting. And there is a little art market going on at a place nearby that I would like to go to later. We'll see if I make it there. But if I do, I will bring you with. And with that, it is time for me to get to work. Decided to have a little intermission. Been painting for a little bit, honestly not too long, but I'm at the point where things kind of need to dry. It's also getting kind of dark and gloomy outside, so the lighting is not the best down in the study. But I wanted to take a little break because there was a little art showcase happening at a local consignment shop, and I really would like to go maybe find a few new prints or stickers or just peruse. But it's only happening today, I think. Maybe it's happening tomorrow too. But I'd rather take some time now to go. And because of that, I don't think I'll be getting to the second painting today. I think it'll be really easy to get done tomorrow. But I think I'm just going to try to finish the first one today. And maybe do some prep work later. We'll see. But for now, let's head on down to that consignment shop and see what cool little knickknacks and stuff we can find. And that is all for today. I decided I'm going to wait on that second painting, and because it's for an October art challenge, you're just going to have to follow me over on Instagram or check out my next video if you want to see some of my future illustrations. I think that makes it a little more fun, having it be a bit of a surprise. And with that being said, I would love some feedback on the vlog, what you liked, what you didn't like, maybe what you'd like to see in the future. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.